What does note lending with self-directed IRAs do for someone's retirement security?
Okay. Let me show you something. I want to share may I share my screen?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, let's share the screen here. All right, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, so this is a simple diagram of a self-directed IRA, and I'm calling this the custodian model. And as you can read here, a self-directed IRA without an LLC. Now, I gave an example of investing the self-directed IRA into an LLC or someone that has a company with an LLC. But this is self-directed IRA without an LLC. This is essentially what is classified as a self-directed IRA, in which transactions go through a custodian. A self-directed IRA custodian such as Madison Trust, that's a good company, roughly about $3 billion in assets. This is a company I use for most of my clients, New View Trust Company. They have approximately 2.5 billion in assets under management through self-directed IRAs and Roths and various types of 401ks, 403bs, etc. Or a directed IRA company. This is another company. These guys are located in Phoenix. New View is in Florida. Madison, I believe, may be in New York. Don't hold me to that,
Mm,
but nevertheless, you get the idea. Now, the IRA custodian is responsible for holding investments within the IRA account.
right.
Usually, the IRA account is for retirement. This is something that people generally open up when they want to set aside funds for a later time period when
Mhm.
they may decide they want to retire from their place of employment or whatever they're doing for employment, even if they're self-employed, and retire. Placing transactions on instruction from the account holder and complying with all IRS reporting requirements keep the IRA, I'm sorry, in good standing. Now, the thing about this, keeping it in good standing, is that you don't have to do all of the work. You simply call one of these custodians, tell them where you want to send your money. They have you sign various types of documents to validate that this, in fact, is you giving this instruction and that where the funds are going to is indeed a legal entity of where they're going to go. Now, let me answer your question here. Here's another diagram I put together.
Mm,
Real estate IRA specifically is something that I like to zero in on. Now, the main benefit of a self-directed IRA is that you're not limited to investing in stocks. This is something you've been talking about, bonds, mutual funds, or even better, mortgage notes.
mm,
And you can learn about many different assets you can hold in a self-directed IRA, from vacation homes to
mm.
rental properties to gold. And usually you can also buy things like gold bars or gold certificates or startup companies, which is highly risky. But do you believe that you can use an IRA to put into these type of things? Now,
Mm.
also something I like to talk about is real estate alternatives. This is what I enjoy talking about, such as residential mortgage notes, investment mortgage funds, such as the Crown Estates Opportunity Fund, the CEO Fund, which is I happen to be a fund manager for. This is our website for those who are interested. But as you can see, I'm calling this a real estate IRA, but it can simply be a self-directed IRA. You can invest into a real estate fund, as I just articulated,
Mm.
or you can buy mortgage notes over here. You can buy rental properties from your IRA, real estate syndication deals from your IRA. Many people on your channel, Dr. Cashflow, may be fix and flip people that like to buy properties, distressed properties, undervalued properties, fix them up, and then sell them to a end buyer or a person that is interested in buying the home to move into the property or for investment purposes.
Mhm.
Here's the other thing, though. An IRA can also be utilize these funds here to be put into an LLC to
Mm.
purchase all of the above opportunities here. This is why the self-directed IRA is so powerful. And to answer your question, for retirement benefit, this is something that gives you the now activity. In other words, how do I want to say this? Most people think of an IRA that they have to wait till they turn 55, 56, 57, possibly in their 60s before they can utilize these funds. But you can open up an IRA now. And whatever funds you put in here
Mhm.
can be used to invest in all of these opportunities as you build up wealth in your IRA
So,
for the day that will come for you to retire.
so
So
are you
this is just
saying
something I wanted to put together. Go ahead, please.
are you saying entrepreneurs can also acquire this IRA?
Yes, entrepreneurs. In fact, I highly recommend it. If you're an entrepreneur, it is in your best interest to immediately talk to your financial consultant, talk to someone. You can call me, for example, or Dr. Cashflow, and talk about getting an IRA open. As I previously stated, I use some custodian companies that I recommended before this diagram here, but
Mhm.
an entrepreneur can, in fact, do themselves a double edge profit model.
Right.
And that is putting funds away for retirement and then utilizing the retirement funds to make profit. And we call this building generational wealth or
Mm.
building wealth. All right, because this is something your IRA you can leave a beneficiary, designated beneficiary on your IRA, so you can build the generational wealth for the next generation in your bloodline or your family.
Mhm.
And this is something that is fantastic. Most people know about Dr. Cashflow. They
Mm.
know about utilizing an IRA to buy property, but this is generally what they're thinking: fix
Right.
and flip
Mhm.
or real
Or
estate
rental.
syndication or rentals.
Mhm.
So these three right here are generally what people, the common mind that has an IRA, this is generally what they're thinking about. Generally, people who do this are sophisticated. It is my opinion that they have a deeper understanding about utilizing the power of an IRA. But this is still relatively new, the real estate fund, and buying mortgage notes even more.
Right.
You know, most people don't know you can own a mortgage note. Most people don't know you can invest into a investment mortgage fund
That's
and
great.
generate massive profits with funds from your IRA. So the IRA funds are secured for tax benefit, tax deferment,
Mhm.
and you can take funds out tax free, no tax penalty, and
Right.
invest into these opportunities here on this side and generate yourself a wonderful profit for the term of whatever those deals are. Once those deals conclude, funds go right back here to the IRA. So this is a wonderful opportunity for everyone.
And what I love about it is also you don't have that risk, that market drop risk with
Exactly.
mortgage notes. Your
Exactly.
principal will not be lost.
Exactly. This is the beautiful thing about it. And you have, pardon me, you have more hands-on view with your investment funds
Mm.
by going these routes here.
Very
These
true.
routes here, you get to see what's going on. If you go into a fix and flip, generally most people are private lenders when they come out of here to go into a fix and flip,
Mm.
unless they know what they're doing in buying the property and how to fix the property up. This is an area I used to be involved in. My headache was contractors dealing with being late for time that they need to build while I'm under the gun for a hard money loan from a
Right.
private lender or a company, hard money lender company. You're under the gun with this. And then, of course, the liability is sky high. In the event a contractor slips, falls,
Mm.
anything happens, the insurance that you need to get with all, I mean, this is something most people are very familiar with.
Right.
But once I learned about this, I aborted this like you can't believe, like it was the plague. I got into this immediately, far safer, no hassles, no headaches, no tenants, no toilets, no tile, no contractors. I don't own the property. Whoever owns that house has to deal with that. The only
And
thing I need to know about is the mortgage note and that the borrower is going to pay on time, which they
exactly.
usually do. And this is the beauty of this. The nice thing I like about this, and as I stated to you, I believe I was on once before, and I told you that even during the pandemic,
Right.
we never had a problem here. All the borrowers paid their mortgage notes.
Mm.
So this is fantastic. I highly recommend it, even if you're young, even if you're young in heart. You need to get involved in a self-directed IRA. It is a powerful
Absolutely.
means of investment strategy.
Yes, I encourage all of you, anyone, you're living, you're breathing, invest in mortgage notes because this is a termite-free and transaction. No landlord and headaches you have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Last
You
question.
can't go wrong. You sleep at night well.
Yeah.
You have no problems. You really don't have any problems. And the thing I want to tell you is some of these guys, when they fix the house is empty, vandalism sometimes.
Yes.
Because many of the people that buy these type of houses, they buy them in areas
Mhm.
sometimes that are not necessarily what we would call high standard zip codes.
Right.
So you get to buy the property to deal with families that may have a Section 8 or what have you that
Mhm.
can afford this property. So you get your monthly rent or your monthly income coming to you.
Right.
But then again, the property itself may have vandalism. It may get destroyed if you have to evict or whatever it may be. We don't have these problems here.
Mhm.
And we don't have these problems here.
Amen.
And we don't have these problems here. You don't have those problems. No headaches, no toilets, no tenants, no hassles. It's beautiful.
Yes.